WebWork calculates how your workspace members spend project budgets based on the set hourly rate of members, projects, and their worked hours. Project budgeting is always accessible to the workspace owner, executive managers, and project managers if given access by the owner. Now, to give access to project budgeting, you should go down to People, then go to Members. Then you should choose the member you want to give permission to. So for example, I'll find myself. Once you found the member, you can go ahead and click on them, then go to Finance, and then from here you can click Give Access to Finances. This will give access to finances, member rates, project budgeting, and amounts. Now to go to project budgeting, you should go down to Reports, then go to Project Budgeting. Firstly, here at the top we have different filters. So for example, you can filter by projects, budget status, and project status. Then on the right you can choose what columns will appear. So for example, estimated budget, actual spent, hours spent, and etc. And lastly, here at the bottom we have the information. So for example, here you can see the project, the estimated budget, the amount that was actually spent, the hours spent on this project, any expenses, budget status, remaining budget, and remaining percent. So for example, if we take a look at this project, we can see that the estimated budget was 200, but the actual spent is 2,800. And as we can see, the budget status is overspent. You can also drag and drop these columns to customize this area. So for example, I'll put actual spent a little bit further, and estimated budget will be in the back. Then we have project overview. Over here, you'll be able to select a specific project and view all the details about this project. So for example, the estimated budget, the budget status, the amount spent, tracked time, and total expense. Then if we take a look here at the bottom, we can see the tasks associated with this project. So for example, the task, the amount of time tracked for that task, spent amount, and the percentage from the total budget. After that, you can see where the budget was spent. So for example, how much was tracked time, idle time, and manually added. After that, you can see spent by members. So for example, the member, the tracked time, the hourly rate of the member, how much that member has spent, and the percentage from the total budget. And lastly, here at the bottom, you can see spent by month. So you can see the year, as well as each month and how much was spent. Next, we have summary. Over here, you'll be able to see an overview of all the projects that are currently in your workspace. So for example, here we can see we have 60 active projects, the total estimated budget, total spent, remaining, overspent, and total tracked time. Then we have estimated project budgets, amount spent by project, budget statuses, and overspent projects. Lastly, we have chart. Here you'll be able to view all the data in a chart form. Firstly, here at the top you can filter by projects and project status. Then on the right here you can customize the chart. So for example, you can make it a line chart, a bar chart, or a pie chart. Then you can also choose the color scheme, as well as what data will be shown. So for example, here you can choose to show the project, task, member, method, and etc., as well as what each slice represents. So for example, hours spent in percentage, estimated time, estimated budget, and so on. If you want to export the chart, you can simply go to the top right corner and click Export. From here you can export as a PDF file. Another way you can make a chart is by simply dragging and dropping the area you want to create a chart for. So for example, I chose this area. I can go ahead and click right-click. From here I can either export the data or create a chart range. I'll go ahead and create a bar chart. And as you can see, it has created the chart. Within this chart, you can edit the chart type. So for example, a bar chart, a pie chart, a line chart, and etc. Then you can also edit the data and the format of the chart. Now if you want to download the chart, you can simply click on the chart, then go ahead and press download chart. Now if you want to share this information with someone who doesn't have access to WebWork, you can do that by going to the top right corner and clicking share. Here you'll be able to copy this link and share it with someone. This way they'll be able to view all this data. Even if they don't have access to WebWork, they can still view the link. Here is how the link looks like, and as you can see, I can view all the data. On this website, I don't have access to WebWork, but I can still view all the numbers. Now if you want to set estimated hours and budget for your projects, you can do that by going down to Projects, then go to Projects. From here, select the project you want to edit. So for example, I'll take Test. Then in the project details, you'll be able to change the estimated hours and estimated budget. So for example, I'll put estimated hours as 40 and estimated budget as 1,000. Once I'm done, I can go ahead and press Save Changes.